Welcome to the latest climate podcast. Here are today's top climate news stories. In Kerala, India, the exotic gak fruit, originally from Vietnam, is gaining popularity among local farmers and gardeners. Known for its vibrant colors and rich nutritional benefits, gak is easy to cultivate in Kerala's climate and is free from pests. This fruit is packed with vitamins and antioxidants, making it a valuable addition to health products. With a market price of 1,500 rupees per kilogram, it offers great potential for value-added products like juice and sauces. Farmers enjoy cultivating gak, which can thrive in small spaces, making it a delightful choice for urban gardening enthusiasts.
Australia's coalition is rethinking its nuclear energy proposal after a recent election loss, aiming to adapt it based on advancements in technology. Opposition Energy Minister Dan Tehan, inspired by developments in the United States, believes nuclear energy is essential for reducing emissions. He highlighted the significant investments and innovations in small, modular reactors occurring in the U.S. Despite the lack of specific details, the coalition is committed to including nuclear energy in its strategy. Meanwhile, the Labour Party continues to advocate for a renewable and gas mix, criticizing the coalition's approach as ineffective for climate action.
Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, is taking a significant step toward environmental conservation at Vihar National Park by banning private vehicles starting October 1st. Instead, visitors will enjoy the park using electric vehicles and golf carts, enhancing wildlife protection and providing a safer experience. Chief Minister Mohan Yadav launched this eco-friendly initiative, aiming to create a natural habitat for animals while promoting tourism. Visitors can choose scheduled golf cart services for a small fee or use bicycles, with parking available outside the park. This positive change highlights the commitment to sustainability and wildlife preservation in the region.
In the Philippines, AC Mobility, the mobility arm of the Ayala Group, will exit the Honda dealership business after 35 years to focus on sustainable mobility and electrification. By January 1, 2026, management of its 9 Honda dealerships will be transferred to new principals, ensuring continued support for Honda's growth. AC Mobility's chief executive, Jaime Alfonso Zobel de Ayala, expressed pride in their long partnership with Honda. The transition promises a seamless experience for customers, with ongoing sales and service support. AC Mobility will shift its focus to distributing BYD and Kia vehicles and developing electric vehicle infrastructure.
In India, September marked an exciting start for electric vehicles, with 60 Tesla cars and 6 VinFast vehicles registered, according to Vahan data. Tesla launched its first showroom in Mumbai on July 15th, while VinFast opened pre-booking for its premium SUVs, VF6 and VF7. VinFast also established an assembly facility in Thoothukudi, aiming to produce up to 150,000 vehicles annually, creating thousands of jobs. This competition will invigorate the market, as Tesla aims to rival Mercedes-Benz and VinFast targets Tata Nexon. The growth of electric vehicles in India is a promising step toward a greener future.
A recent study from Sorbonne University in France reveals that Antarctic sea ice is a crucial predictor of global warming. Led by Linus Vogt, the research indicates that the current extent of sea ice is greater than climate models predicted, suggesting that we may face more significant warming in the coming decades. The findings show that ocean heat uptake and thermal sea level rise could be up to 14% higher than previously estimated. This highlights the importance of accurately modeling sea ice and cloud interactions to improve climate projections. Urgent action is needed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to mitigate these impacts.
India's stock market is showing positive signs as it closed September with gains after 2 months of losses. The Nifty 50 rose by 0.75%, driven by optimism in sectors like metals, healthcare, and renewable energy. Analysts recommend investing in these sectors, highlighting the potential for growth due to rising consumer demand and government policies. Renewable energy, in particular, is gaining traction with a target of 500 gigawatts by 2030, supported by significant investments. Additionally, infrastructure spending is set to boost related industries, making this an exciting time for India's economic growth and investment opportunities.
Switzerland is facing a concerning crisis as its glaciers are melting at an alarming rate. In 2025, the country experienced a 3% drop in glacier volume, marking one of the largest annual decreases on record. This decline, attributed to global warming, has resulted in a significant reduction of ice mass, by 1/4 over the past decade. Factors like low snow levels and summer heat waves have accelerated the melting process. Experts warn that this shrinking ice threatens hydropower, tourism, and water resources across Europe, while also causing shifts in the landscape and unstable ground. The situation underscores the urgent need to address climate change.
Ukraine has successfully restored power at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant after a recent strike on energy infrastructure in Slavudic. Energy Minister Svetlana Hernchuk announced that electricity is back on at all facilities, including the crucial new safe confinement structure, which safely contains the plant's damaged reactor. She assured the public that radiation levels are safe and pose no threat. Hernchuk praised the energy workers for their quick response, emphasizing their vital role in ensuring safety for Ukraine and Europe. This positive development highlights resilience amidst ongoing challenges in the region.
AGL Energy in Australia is receiving strong support for its climate action plan ahead of its annual general meeting. Major proxy advisors, including Institutional Shareholder Services, CGI Glass Lewis, and Ownership Matters, have all encouraged shareholders to back AGL's latest efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. However, there is some uncertainty as Mike Cannon-Brookes, the largest shareholder through Grok Ventures, has expressed criticism regarding AGL's decarbonization strategies. Despite this potential opposition, AGL's climate plan is gaining momentum, highlighting a positive step towards addressing climate change.
In the United States, Bill McKibben emphasizes the importance of utilizing land for clean energy to combat climate change. While fossil fuel industries have harmed vast areas, McKibben argues that we need to embrace renewable energy sources like solar and wind. He suggests using rooftops and parking lots for solar panels, but acknowledges that more land will be necessary. Innovative approaches, such as planting crops under solar panels, can enhance land productivity. McKibben highlights the beauty of wind turbines and solar farms, viewing them as symbols of responsibility for our planet, while stressing the urgency of addressing climate change for future generations.
In the United Kingdom, the Conservative Party, led by Kemi Badenoch, plans to scrap the Climate Change Act to promote cheaper energy and economic growth. Badenoch argues that the current law, established in 2008, imposes burdensome regulations that increase energy costs and hinder industrial development. While some within the party support this move, conservation groups, scientists, and business organizations warn it could harm the economy and undermine international investments. Critics emphasize that abandoning the act may worsen climate issues and energy security. The debate highlights the tension between economic goals and environmental responsibilities in the UK.
The U.S. Department of Energy has announced a significant funding cut of $7.56 billion for energy projects, impacting 223 initiatives aimed at clean energy and efficiency. Energy Secretary Chris Wright stated that these projects were not profitable enough for taxpayers. This decision is part of a larger $26 billion freeze on spending. California Governor Gavin Newsom criticized the federal government's actions, especially the withdrawal of $1.2 billion for the state's hydrogen hub. He remains determined to explore various clean energy options despite these federal setbacks, showing a strong commitment to advancing California's clean energy goals.
Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope, recently made headlines by blessing a block of ice during a global climate event near Rome, emphasizing the urgent need for action against climate change. This event, marking the 10th anniversary of Pope Francis's encyclical, gathered around 1,000 environmental and indigenous representatives, including Arnold Schwarzenegger. Leo passionately urged leaders to confront climate change and criticized skeptics who dismiss its reality. He also announced plans for a solar farm in Vatican City, aiming to make it the first carbon-neutral state. Leo's actions reflect a strong commitment to protecting the environment and supporting vulnerable communities.
Pakistan has launched its first electronic balloting for electric vehicles, marking a significant step towards clean transportation. On Wednesday, Federal Secretary Saif Anjum inaugurated the draw, distributing 40,000 electric motorcycles and 1,000 electric rickshaws to applicants from across the country, including Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir, with over 269,000 applications received. The initiative supports the National Electric Vehicle Policy, aiming for 30% of new vehicle sales to be electric by 2030. This scheme is expected to save $1 billion in fuel imports, reduce carbon emissions by 4.5 million tons, and create over 100,000 green jobs.
Australia is considering a nuclear-powered future, inspired by a recent renaissance of nuclear energy in the United States. Opposition energy spokesman Dan Tehan, after engaging with U.S. experts, believes nuclear can help meet the growing energy demands from technologies like artificial intelligence. He advocates lifting the nationwide ban on nuclear power and highlights that many young Australians are open to it. Despite facing criticism from the Labour Party, which favors renewable energy and gas, Tehan insists that nuclear energy must be part of Australia's strategy to effectively reduce carbon emissions and electrify the grid.
In Pune, India, festive enthusiasm led to the purchase of 9,500 vehicles from September 21st to 30th, with two-wheelers being the most popular choice. Notably, 814 electric vehicles were sold, showcasing a positive trend towards eco-friendly transportation. This included 679 electric two-wheelers and 116 electric cars, reflecting a diverse shift to greener options. Swapnil Bosele, the Deputy Regional Transport Officer, highlighted the dedication of the staff, who worked diligently to ensure quick registrations for citizens eager to celebrate Dussehra with their new vehicles. The RTO was well prepared, ensuring a smooth process for everyone involved.
For more climate news, make sure to download the Change Your Climate app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Please note, these stories were AI-generated from real news sources, which isn't always perfect. If you have any concerns or questions about the news contained in this podcast, please reach out to us. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.